we're here to talk about some of the Allflex product range, a few things and tips on the range and how it works, and not presuming that people know everything, a few little things that you may not know. I guess the first thing is selecting which tag that you want to do. So we've got a range of tags and sizes, colours and electronic or blank tags. So you can go on the website and see all the sizes, the print options, go from there. The applicators that you use for those tags, I guess the most traditional one that's out there that everyone seems to know about is the Red Universal Applicator. It's been around for years and it's proven and trusted in the field. A couple of things here, that all our products have a spare pin in the applicator. Not a lot of people know that. A lot of people have been in it for years and think, geez, I never knew that was there. So it's just underneath the little black flap here in these applicators on the full range, and you just pop that open, slip it out and you can replace it. I guess it's important because the first thing to check when you go to do the job is that the pin is straight. A lot of the times the pin can bend when you're using it, and it'll weaken the tag and not give you as good a run if you don't have a straight pin. The other thing is that the applicator is working correctly, so you can just feel that in your hand. This one feels straight, sliding across. The thing you need to check is to flick it on the side, how you'd see it, and just see that this pin is tracking straight through the jewels of the applicator, so that the male button goes in properly. That's the first thing to check. Sometimes if you drop it, it gets ripped out of your hands and falls into a race, the arms actually can get bent and warped, and what happens is this, when you squeeze it together, it tracks either left or right, weakens the pin. So most of our pins, particularly in the NLIS tags, they're engineered to break just behind the electronic piece so it doesn't tear through an ear. So if this pin's not going straight, what happens is you get a weak spot there that's further weakened and it'll break a lot easier than it should. The visual tags, I guess once you've decided which size you want, and I guess here's two of our most popular ones, which is the large female number 6 tag, that's the yellow one with 4 numbers, and a maxi 08, so it's a bit bigger tag. So depending on what you want to do and how you use a visual tag will determine the size that you need. Obviously the bigger tag, you can see it clearer from longer away, and makes your drafting decisions that easy. When you go to use the applicators, there's a couple options that you've got. This traditional red one, if you're going to use a visual tag for management purposes, you need to have the insert in. So there's an insert that comes in, it's in for the visual tags and out for the electronic tags. So that's in, ready to roll. And you can load those up. The other option that you've got that's a fixed pin is the red applicator. The green identifier, the big difference is that it's got a flick out pin. So that just flicks out, and if you use this at a slight angle when you're putting the tags in, so I'm over here, it's got to be at a slight angle, so then the pin will flick out. If it's straight up and down, obviously that sideways force, that pin's not going to flick. So that's the only difference between the green and the red. The difference in using them is, I guess when you see it side by side like that, the red one here tends to travel in a bit of an arc, the jewels come together. The green one tends to travel more squarely and in a straight line. So when you go across, it's a different feel to it. And I think that's why people have one preference for one or the other. It's just what you're used to pretty well. When you go to make the hit, if it's travelling in that way, you just get a feel for it in your hand. So some people swear by the red ones, won't use the green. Others swear by the green, won't use the red anymore. So it really is horses for courses. Same thing with the green, the insert goes in for the visual tag. Just pop that off, slide it on here. So if you're going to use a visual tag with the green applicator, you need the insert for using these tags here. An oldie but a goodie, and a lot of people don't realise this one's been around for quite a while. It's called a Asthmatic. What it does is it just fires back. So you can just squeeze it and the pin gets out of the road, so it won't tear the ear. It's got an anvil on here. The thing is that when you use it like this, it feels great. Sometimes people use it in a crush and the anvil seems to get in the way of the head, and depending if you're left or right-handed, it can be quite cumbersome. So that's probably the difference between if people like them or not. Again, others swear by it, some don't like them at all. We have another option like that for the electronic tags called the Ultramatic. It does the same thing, so it's got a firing pin. The difference is to remember is that they are different. The orange and red one for the electronic, the blue and the black anvil for the visual tags. And the difference being that in these anvils, when you put them side by side, you can see that there is a difference in the length of this, the depth of the anvil, how it's shaped, how the tag is positioned, and also these pins in here and the spring tensions are different to make sure that the tag is correctly applied. However, they are interchangeable, so what you can do is, this is to get you out of the book, I suppose, if you're out in the field. But you just got to remember which one's which. That anvil pin can be swapped over for this anvil and pin, but the two things have to go together. You can interchange this one onto this and use it for electronic tags, and vice versa. You can put this one onto the orange set and use it for visual tags. So you've got to keep the pin and the anvil together. I guess that's the thing to remember. They're colour coded like that, so that once you've done it today and it works, you go back in 6 months and you think, bloody hell, which way does it go? Which one goes with which set? So that's why they're set up like that, and they are different, because you just won't get a good job. Again, these applicators are used for the electronic tags. You put that in, you've got the bump and the arrow go to the front of the tag, and in this case you don't have the insert in. You have the insert out for electronic tags. I find the best way is that you always put this in last, so you put it on here properly and really seat it onto those pliers, and you're ready to go to put the tags in. The green applicator, the Allflex plier, same thing. You've got to take the insert out to use it for an electronic, and then you're ready to go for that. You've got the ultramatic. So they're your three options.